What's up, goats? Today we're going to be reviewing Infinite Warfare in 2022. Now, I will admit I haven't played a ton of this game, and it's probably my least played COD of all time. I played the campaign like once and zombies like once, and I was dead ass level 1 on multiplayer. But from what I can remember, the campaign is pretty good. So will my memory fail me, or is this shit heat? Let's find out.
Understood, Warlord. We'll get it done.
1 minute! Friendlies? Facility's dark. We get our weapon, torch aside.
This mission, you're introduced as Wolf, the leader of a squad that includes T and Sipes. You halo jump out and I already get shit on. Your mission here is to investigate a UNSA base that has went dark and also recover experimental weapon. You're on Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. You walk along the ice and jump down this hole. The dude you just shit on is part of the SDF. The SDF is an organization that was made on Mars and are very planetists. I don't know. They fucking hate Earth people. Say what you want about this game, it's fucking beautiful. You leave the cave and shit on these dudes and make your way inside. Then I pull out the secret grenade and it seeks out enemies and shits on them. You open this door and Sipes throws an anti-grav grenade, and it's pretty cool because when you walk into it, it's like... You move through the labs until you reach this door. You find the big ass weapon and you get the little version. You start moving out and you start to get jumped, but this thing absolutely shits on everyone. Then the big ass robot from the Black Ops 3 video shows up, so you take it out. You have to fire the gun and...
Oh, wait there!
You wake up and your oxygen is running out. You're now captured by the SDF, and it's motherfucking Jon Snow. He plays Admiral Salin Koch, the leader of the SDF. You know, he does this cliche bad guy kills his own men to show how cold he is, but I guess Jon Snow is used to killing his own men. He then kills your men, and Conor McGregor beats the shit out of me because I made that joke in the COD 2 video. Your dumbass runs over a mine and you get thrown out of the car. Yeah, that's why you got choked out, you little bitch. Then you get introduced to Lieutenant Nick Reyes and Admiral Rains. Reyes wants to attack the SDF, and Rains is with him, but he can't due to politics. Then the mission ends. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Honestly, I really enjoyed that mission. It was super different from the other COD games, but it's more similar to Destiny than COD.
Come on, we'll take the scenic route.
This mission takes place right after the last one, and you're walking out with Lieutenant Salter. And look, you can see your feet in this game. Nice. You open the door and see what's called Fleet Week, which is basically just a parade that includes all of the military battleships. Okay, that's a good idea after you just got attacked. Damn, bro, this game looks so fucking good. You walk up to your plane and fucking Chappie helps you up. His name is Ethan and he has a sense of humor.
I do, Lieutenant. I do. I carry the brain of a human farmer.
Holy shit, are you serious?
No, man.
Then all of a sudden, the AA gun starts firing on friendly ships.
Hold on!
You crash land and shit on these dudes. Now you start fighting SDF soldiers, and this is a full-on invasion. You fight through this mall and head outside. Every time you pick up a new weapon, an animation plays, and you unlock the weapon. You now have to make your way through the town. Probably should have mentioned this earlier, but you're in Geneva, so it's pretty ironic that they're committing war crimes here. A big-ass ship crashes, and a tidal wave comes in. You make your way down the street and Ethan helps you up this wall. Then another warship crashes close by. Your screen goes black and the streets are covered in ash.
Get off the street! Head indoors!
What the hell is even that?
You now slowly walk towards the fighting end.
Heads up!
Okay, so they got robots too. You reach this courtyard and ODST drop pods come down. You clear the area and move up. You get some exposition from Reyes saying the SDF has been trying to take control for years. You then get door mechanics from Modern Warfare 2019. You make your way to the door, but it gets blocked, and Ethan gives you a hacking charge. So you hack one of the bots and shit on the other ones. You run down the street and walk into this aid station. You walk out onto the battlefield and it's just fucking war. This thing almost crushes me, but you get to use the Jackal targeting system to shit on bitches.
Jack, hacking! Everyone on station. Everyone in position for gun.
You make your way up the hill killing a fuck ton of dudes, but you eventually make your way inside. You breach the door and... You stop the core from overheating and realize that this dude named Raya betrayed the UNSA. He talks some shit but gets escorted out. You head outside and climb into the Jackal with Ethan and just fucking send it.
Vector 10 hours, 16 minutes. Fire at will, fire at will.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative.
We got it.
You reach space and start flying towards the battle, and honestly the controls are pretty tight on mouse and keyboard. You got a lock-on system so you don't have to use your whole ass arm to steer. This shit is just badass. Look at it, bro. It reminds me of that one Halo Reach mission, which is sick. You destroy the last enemy carrier with an orgasmic explosion and start heading back to base. The SDF super carrier pops in and starts shitting on everything. Then Koch appears and talks some shit. Just look at this shit, man. It's so fucking cool. Then the ship called the Retribution rams the Olympus Mons. The Olympus Mons dips and you land on the Retribution, which shit's just fucked up there, man. This dude named Clues helps you out and you follow this lady called Gibson, who's like the boss of the hangar. You take the elevator up and see that shit's just fucked up. You lift this thing and this dude named Omar, Enderman, teleports in and helps you. You and him disagree on whether or not the captain should have rammed the ship, but it doesn't really matter since the captain's fucking dead. So you get control of the ship for now. You then get a call from Admiral Rains and he tells you that the Retribution and this other ship named the Tigress are the only ships available right now. Then he promotes you to commander, so you're in charge of the Retribution. Now let's introduce some characters. You got Captain Farron, who is the captain of the Tigress. So you got Gator, who's your navigation officer, Yatidi, who is basically the same as Gator, and then you got Mac, who was once a captain, but she gave it up because she couldn't make the tough decisions. This chick named Boats shows you the captain quarters. Then you're free to roam around. This place acts as a hub between missions. BO3 had this, but it wasn't too important. You head down the elevator and into the armory, where this dude named Griff is the quartermaster. Here you can pick your own loadout, or just go with Griff's recommendation. Then the mission ends. Honestly, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. That shit was actually epic. Even though the last couple of minutes were just cinematics and it introduced a fuck ton of characters, it wasn't really boring.
Taking heavy fire, sir. We need to insert now. Open the well deck.
Heads up, we're hot.
Good to go, Gator. Cut the cord.
Alpha 2's down.
Bravo's in.
This mission, your objective is to retake the spaceport on the fucking moon. You start riding out and it's fucking chaotic, but eventually you enter the port.
Alpha's coming in the hard way.
Now you have to 0G jump into this airlock. You open the door and see a ton of civilians executed. You find SDF and shit on them. There's a pretty cool mechanic where if you shoot the glass, they get sucked out. You reach this big area and have to clear it. You then have to fight one of those General Grievous looking motherfuckers. It's pretty cool since you can shoot parts of the robot to disable it. After you kill it, you get a shield and move up to the door. You can use the shield here and it's just a ride shield, nothing too special. You gotta fight another General Grievous and walk through to get to the fighting again, except I get absolutely shit on. You walk up and... Dude, Ethan is actually the GOAT. You now have to run to air since your mask is cracked. Now you have to push the door open. Also, Omar and the Marines don't like Ethan too much since he's a robot and everything. You reach the armory and reach the hangar bay. You start fighting, and the shock grenades are amazing. After you clear the hangar, you spot some jackals and move to take them. You now have to clear the port of enemy ships, which doesn't take too long. You leave the moon's atmosphere and start assaulting one of the SDF destroyers. You hop out and can use the grapple hook to shit on enemies. And look, I can backflip. Yay. Now you go to breach the bridge. Gravity comes back and you start advancing by sliding down the rope and slowly crawl your way through the vents or some shit. You shit on these dudes and shut down the primary defenses. Also, Ethan gets the location of enemy ships and also saves Omar's ass. You now have 3 minutes before the Tigress destroys the ship, so you hustle out of there. You reach the hangar and open the cargo bay doors, so you shit on everyone. You hop in the Jackal and see the orgasmic explosion. You land on the Retribution and the mission ends. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and the action set pieces were great. This mission is technically your first of 9 side missions, and they're all pretty much the same, so I'm gonna rate them all right here. So there are 2 types of side missions. You got the ship assault ones where you infiltrate an enemy destroyer on foot and either destroy cargo or capture cargo. The other type is the Jackal missions, which are exactly like they sound. You head to a point and have to clear out all enemy ships. You select these from the Retribution, and for completing them you get perks, attachments, and unlock new upgrades for your ship. I didn't really mind them, and they're completely optional. I did play them one after another, so I think that did make me a little more bored while playing them, and I appreciate the effort of putting optional objectives in, so I'll give the side missions a solid 7.
Okay. Clear. Brooks, get the door.
This mission you're tasked with taking out a crucial oil refinery to the SDF on Saturn's moon Titan. Holy fuck, just look at this game, bro. You start heading towards the objective and get some of Sergeant Omar's backstory. Basically, him and his father lived here and fought off the SDF when they tried taking it over. You reach his house and head inside and see it has been turned into a labor camp, but you press on and move this cabinet. You see enemies and a big ass robot, so you and Omar swing left and slowly sneak through the camp. Also, I forgot to introduce them, but the other Marines you're with are Brooks and Kashima. You shit on this dude and meet back up with the rest of the squad. You drop these dudes and move up. Ethan absolutely decimates this guy and you take out the rest. My dumbass didn't know you had to shoot this fucker, so I stood here for like 5 minutes. And how are we supposed to sneak around with Ethan's loud ass walking around? You make it inside and start venting. You make it to the landing zone and clear that bitch. You regroup with Omar and call in reinforcements. Yeah, fuckers, now we got the big ass robot. Ethan seems to be a little jealous of the bot.
Battle tank. Valuable firing control. Low brain. A lot of ROM.
But you start making your way through the cave. You reach the refinery and get to use the big ass robot's rockets, and it just shits on everyone. You slide down the hill and start the assault. The robot smashes the door and you're inside. Now, one of my major critiques of this game is the fucking flinch. It's way too high when you're getting hit. Like, look at this shit. I'm looking at the fucking ceiling here. You make your way to the gate and now you have to take out the big ass robot, and he shits on your robot. You jump on and okay, that was badass, but motherfucker tries to kamikaze me. Your bot is chilling, so he opens the gate and you start to move up.
We've got incoming.
Could be our air support.
That ain't on. Olympus line!
So now the SDF's main ship has arrived. So now you have to find cover. Then Koch shows up and starts talking shit like always.
We don't die on our fucking knees. Not here or anywhere else.
Yo, Reyes got me wanting to fight for real though. You and Ethan then take this elevator to cover the Marines on the ground. Your Jackal shows up, so you hop in and start following Salter. You reach this control center for the oil rig and clear all the ships from there. Now you and Ethan jump out and make your way to the control room. Like again, the fucking flinch, man. It's insane. You open the turbine shield and Salter shits on it. You and Ethan then return to the Jackal and follow the explosions. With the tower destroyed, you now return to the atmosphere.
It's the Olympus.
Your Jackal gets fucked, but you try to land on the Ret anyways, but the Olympus Mon's cock blocks.
We need to bail out now! Mayday! 1-1, fight aboard! On 1 is out! All breach! Compartments 12.
Reyes gives the order to fall back, and you and Ethan are left floating out in space, but your suit has a tear in it.
Cockpit. Left arm's torn.
Unsettling report, sir. Captain, I can't stop it. What do?
Let it go, Ethan.
I can't, sir. You're my commanding officer, Captain. My mission is yours.
Who says?
Oh, I'm hardware, sir. Ultimately expendable.
No. You're my brother, Ethan.
You're talking robot, brother.
Affirmative.
Yes. Well, I am the handsome one, sir.
No doubt. Looks like this is the end of the line, partner.
I think I'm scared, sir.
Me too.
Captain, stay with me. Sir. Captain. Captain.
Wow, man. I can't remember the last time a COD campaign actually made me care about the characters. But it's alright. Reyes makes it thanks to Captain Farron from the Tigress. Actual clutch save by her. I also like how the robot's the best character in the game. But then the mission ends. Damn, another great mission. So I have to give this a 9 out of 10. I don't know if it's my love for Destiny, but I actually really like the mission so far.
Boost rigs on. Let's go.
This mission, you're tasked with investigating a mining colony that's gone dark on this asteroid that's hella close to the sun. You hop out of the ship and make your way inside, but like 3 seconds later, you gotta go outside to cross. But you can only cross at the night cycle because you'll get burned as fuck because the sun's like right fucking there. You get to cover and see this dude all crispy like. You have to go out again and jump this chasm and damn! 350 degrees. It's like a normal day in Arizona. You reach this room where it deadass looks like alien isolation or some shit. And the power keeps going off because you can only get power during the day cycle. But it looks like a fucking alien's gonna jump out any second. Anyway, you reach the armory and Kashima gives you a gun and asks if Salter is single.
Speaking of which, your XO, is she, you know, available?
You know what? I think she is.
That's good to know.
You sly dog. He wants to smash Salter. Also, that was an optional conversation, by the way, so that's pretty sick. Oh shit, this motherfucker got killed by a cupboard. You find some bodies and squeeze through this door.
Looks like his neck is broken.
Honestly, that jump scare would have worked a lot better if you were the one getting grabbed, but it's fine. You lift this door and oh shit. You shit on him and open another door. You're outside now and start fighting more bots, but you also have to cross to the other side. Once you cross, you have to hack this door and it takes fucking forever. You have to defend your position till the door opens and it's just a clusterfuck, to be honest. You finally get inside and walk down this hallway and open another fucking door. It's like the fucking 5th one. But this time you find security cams with survivors on them, so you start making your way to them. You start fighting bots in this mine, and it's kind of weird, but these bots were supposed to be used for security. You make it past and jump over this gap. You open another door and find the survivors. You then start making your way outside, but there's actually a fuckload of robots, so you just murk all of them. Salter then pulls up in the ship.
If you can move, get to the transport. Let's go, let's go. Explosions are igniting. I got you, Captain. Take this. Watch our backs.
Now you get dragged by Omar like it's Model for 2.
We gotta go now, Staff Sergeant! I won't make it! Save me! Go! I won't do that! Mission first! Go now! Stop! Soldier, stop! That's an order!
Well, that was dumb as fuck, Omar. Seems Reyes is unhappy, but Salt did what she had to do. Then the mission ends. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like they could have done way more with the horror aspect they were going for, but it's still pretty decent. Okay, so they did a whole ass exposition dump in the cutscene, so I'm gonna recap here. So basically, remember Captain Farron and the Tigress? Yeah, they got shit on because the SDF caused that mining colony on purpose because they knew one ship would respawn. So now Reyes is mad and wants to take the fight to them and set up an ambush. So remember that guy Raya? Yeah, he started all this. He has a beacon inside of him that is transmitting to the Olympus Mons, and when it gets destroyed, then they invade Earth. But we captured Raya before he could take out the Aegis guns, so they are going to remove and destroy the beacon so they can invade Earth, but the big-ass guns will still be active and shit on them. So, there you go.
Ethan, you're on point.
Can't get you any closer.
Salt, cover pattern. Stand by for sit rep.
Copy cover. Standing by.
Find the drunk, Ethan.
So the convoy carrying Raya got shit on, so now you and Ethan are now chasing him. You open the door and Ethan stays with the Major. You slide down this hill and start fighting. I don't know why you have to go by yourself, but whatever. You get anti-grabbed and the flinch almost kills me. Honestly, how shit are these guys to be dying to one fucking guy? Unless Reyes is just a badass. You make your way through the destroyed city chasing Raya until you reach this church.
Let anyone through.
Yes, sir. I see it, I see it.
You walk to the church killing bitches until you reach these stairs. You reach the attic and this guy shits on me. You reach the balcony and... Okay, so I can kill like 100 guys by myself, but oh, that one guy I can't take out.
Man from Earth dying for a lost cause. Your iron shield burns now.
He blows the guns and, oh, what the fuck, nasty. You tell Gator to enter atmosphere, then the Olympus Mons comes in and targets the headquarters and shits on Admiral Rains. So you just send it, honestly. Since you're now in the Olympus Mons, you start shitting on everyone in the cargo bay. You take out another big-ass robot with that cool-ass animation. You hop on the elevator and Koch comes on screen again and starts talking shit. Seems like all this guy does is fucking talk shit. The ship starts acting crazy and you walk through the halls until... Kashima with the clutch save, but now you gotta run your ass to safety. Once inside, you shit on more dudes and reach the bridge, so you hack one of the worker bots. You walk up to Koch, and what a surprise, he starts talking shit again.
You lack what it takes to win this war.
I had what it took to beat you, Koch.
Killing me isn't winning. I killed your admiral. Your iron shield is down.
Captain has the con.
Oh my god, they have a fucking achievement called You Know Nothing. Fucking round of applause for Infinity Ward, man. If you know, you know. You now have the Olympus Mons and go to destroy the SDF's fleet of ships. Then the mission ends. Man, that was wild, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. That achievement name is insane, though.
Let's clear a path through this defensive screen, then engage it with everything we've got.
Activating weapons.
Olympus, verify fire status. You are reading weapons red.
This mission starts right after the last one, so you have to use the Olympus Mons to just shit on every SDF ship in sight. It's a really cool moment because you've been seeing the ship take out so many of your own, and now it's finally time for revenge, motherfuckers. Eventually you run out of ammo, so you and Salter go below to handle the boarding parties and reload the guns. Yo, look at this punch animation, it's pretty god tier. You gotta open this door and... Since all the ammo is gone, you tell Ethan to ram the shit out of the shipyard. You start fighting in 0G till you get in your Jackal and start dogfighting while escorting the Olympus. But then the fucking Retribution starts to veer in its path, so Reyes commands Ethan to pull up to avoid destroying it.
Ethan, pull up now!
All stations, Retribution is a nav system casualty. Full power loss. Hard engine firing. One dude going down there.
Mayday, 1-1 is...
All stations, experiencing critical failures. Warship can't maintain altitude.
You wake up on the surface of Mars and everything's just fucked up, man. You see the Retribution going down, so you start heading that way. Then the Olympus falls out of the sky. God damn, this shit sucks. You find some Marines and see Brooks and Kashima, but Kashima's pinned, so you lift the debris off, and Brooks goes to find a medkit.
Sorry, sir. Always have been a bleeder.
Don't worry, Koch. I got you.
I'll probably get a Purple Heart for this, huh? I don't impress the lieutenant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she'll love it.
I can still fight.
I know you can, Marine. We're gonna get you back out there in no time.
Is that range, sir?
Fuck, man. Kashima's dead. I don't even know, man. But you, Brooks, and the other Marines find the Retribution's crash site. There, you meet up with everyone else.
I'll do whatever it takes to keep us secure.
You're our leader, sir. Not our savior.
I hold myself accountable, Chief.
As you should. You aborted the mission. Captain. He saved his ship and crew, Chief. And that's noble, but the shipyard remains intact. Look, the strength of the pack is in all the wolves, Captain. All in, no matter the cost. They were ready. Now, if you don't have the will to make that kind of choice, then like me, you have no place being in command.
I couldn't ram my own ship. I would have killed them.
They came to win. This doesn't look like victory.
Then fucking Ethan comes out of nowhere with a shitload of bots. Now you're free to go around and talk to everyone, which is pretty cool, and they actually interact with you.
Commander, Bravo's got strike vehicles and a few good men, sir.
Well done, Sergeant.
You walk into the plane, and Reyes gives the speech of a lifetime.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do not fight here to win. Our battle is so that those we fight for do not lose. There are billions of people back home who don't know what we're doing, but they will know exactly what we've done. Good luck out there.
You start to land, and it's fucking D-Day all over again. You walk out and it's fucking war now, bitches. You now have to destroy these AA guns so more troops can land. They open the door and a fucking General Grievous spawns in. You shit on everyone and take out another Grievous. Go to open the door and... Fuck, man. Now Gator's dead. You take out another AA gun and jump across the chasm. You move through the warehouse and open the door. A big-ass robot gets shit on, and I start shitting on everyone. There's 2 more big-ass robots and another Grievous. And here's a new animation, by the way.
In 5 seconds. Shackles and weapons loose. Danger close.
Damn, that shit never gets old. I get shit on by a nade, but Reyes tells the Jackal pilot to take out the AA gun, but it's really not that important. Now you start pushing to the bridge and shit on everyone there. You start to take the elevator up, but Griff volunteers to stay down there with Marines and buy you some time. God damn, bro, why do they gotta make every death as noble and sad as possible? You start heading up, and you, Salter, and Mac get off early to shut down their drone pods getting sent down. You shit on everyone in this room, and reach this cool room where you start walking on the walls. You reach the drone controls, and you go to plant a C4 and...
Let me go before it blows. Captain, please. The mission. Let go.
Motherfucker, dude. Another sad, noble death. Fuck me. You open the door and shit on these dudes. You regroup with the rest of the squad, and you guys spot a destroyer, and Salter wants to use it to escape, but Reyes wants to use it to destroy the shipyard. Clue says the weapons aren't enabled, but Boat says we can enable them from the control center, and Reyes says he'll do it. Fuck, dude. Guess he finally learned to choose the mission over his people. But the fucking GOAT, Ethan, stays with you to the end.
That's why he's the GOAT!
You start heading to the control center by yourself. You get to load up for the last time. You start shitting on everyone with Ethan's support, and Salter says she needs the weapons and moorings released on the ship. So you start walking down this hall and fucking Grievous walks in, but gets shit on hard. You start venting again and...
Ethan!
Ethan with a clutch save as always. You take the elevator up to the control center, and of course it's filled with fuckers, so you take them all out. You go to hack the terminal, but the moorings won't release. But Ethan can blow the core from his end, but you need to hack into him to keep him moving. You start walking to the core and Ethan starts getting EMP'd. You jump into the core and rip off the shielding, but it needs another charge to blow.
By self-destruct, sir. The detonation will ignite the core. It'll set off a chain reaction and blow the mooring.
There's gotta be another way.
I'm afraid not, sir. I understand the conflict, Captain. I'm ready, I promise. Good luck, Reyes. It's been an honor, sir.
Honor was all mine, Metal One.
Fuck, man. Rip my homie Ethan. Actual GOAT until the end, man. Fuck. You open the firing controls and order Salter to fire on your position. Well, that shit was insane, but you're chilling, so everything's good, right? Wow. Then the game shows that 4 survivors out of the 763 from the Retribution survived. I don't even know what to say. Fucking 10 out of 10 mission if I've ever seen one. Then the game ends with Salter paying respects to the fallen comrades. Fuck, man. Fuck! Wow, that was some good shit, man. I have to say, even though every death felt real, like it would actually happen in a war, that ending, bro, a captain's crew giving the ultimate sacrifice to complete the mission. Jesus, man. Also, it's kind of funny, but all those missions took place in one day, making it the shortest war ever. I really enjoyed the characters in this game. Most of them felt like real people, even Ethan. It feels like they hired actual movie writers to write this story, but the one major complaint I have was the use of Kit Harington, or Koch. I feel like they could have used him so much more. Like, he just pop in real quick and talk a bunch of shit and dip. Like, of course, he did all that shit and killed a bunch of your men, but you never actually got to see him do it like in the first mission. Now the multiplayer. I can't speak on it at all, but the little time I have spent with it, it just feels like a worse version of Black Ops 3. But they did add a salvage system to the supply drops, but you had to put an ungodly amount of hours into the game to get everything for free. And they added back variants from Advanced Warfare, like fucking anyone wanted that back. The one cool game mode I remember seeing was the Gesture Warfare game mode, where the gestures were actually used to kill people. Now the zombies. I'm actually really surprised about it. I thought it would be a humongous piece of shit, but Spaceland is actually really good. I won't say the same for the other maps though. But I will be making an in-depth zombies review, like in my Advanced Warfare one, so look forward to that. But let's look at the reveal trailer for this game. Oh wow, 654,000 likes and no dislikes. That means people really like the game, right? But you gotta give them some slack, because I know they were developing this game for 2 years, then saw the feedback and were like, oh fuck. But I would give this campaign a 9 out of 10, and it's in my top 5 campaigns for me. If you have this game and never played the campaign, go play it right now, because I do have to cut a lot of the stuff out, so I don't get a lot of the character development, like how Omar at first hates Ethan, but eventually comes around to liking him. But that was my review of Infinite Warfare. Like the video if you liked it, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. See ya.